So, according to ESPN, more disappointing news, as typically expected in boxing. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford will not be fighting in 2022, most likely in 2023. In the meantime, we will see Crawford take a tune-up fight and David Avenue in December 10th in Omaha. I don't want to see this fight. It's going to be on pay-per-view for $40. I want to see Spence versus Crawford. I'm kind of disappointed in Crawford for taking this fight as a tune-up fight. This is a dude that is ranked the number 6 in the WBO rankings. And if you're going to at least fight a tune-up fight, you could at least fought Virgil Ortiz, who was the number 1 and you're mandatory. That's a dangerous fight. It's a fight that people could actually somewhat get behind as a tune-up fight instead of fighting Crawford. My mistake, Errol Spence in 2023. David Avenue hasn't beaten nobody except for the overhill Shane Mosley. He ain't done nothing in his career except for fought a bunch of Euro bums. I mean, the man is 29 fights. And he's lost to Aegis Kavalauskas. He ain't fought nobody. Aegis Kavalauskas was knocked out by Crawford. We already know that. And now you're fighting Mean Machine's leftovers. Like, it's not a good look for Crawford. And I'm not trying to say that Crawford is the reason this fight is happening. I'm just saying he makes himself look bad when he keeps lashing out Errol Spence, saying he doesn't want to fight. I don't need him for my legacy. Then turn around the next minute, he's ducking me. He's afraid to challenge me. He's not willing to give me a fair shake, a fair purse. It's just a lot of trashing of Errol Spence from Crawford and his fans, especially the Bud Justice League, like I like to call them. They'd be like, Crawford, he's going to smoke Errol Spence in 8 rounds. Errol Spence, he's ducking Terrence Crawford. People will literally just crap all over you if you even say that Crawford is ducking Errol Spence Jr. Alright, you literally have a channel called Buddy Beats Easy Route Spence. That's how weird Bud fans are. That's how weird they are. And I'm saying Errol Spence fans, and I know some of them can be a bit obsessive, but they're not as weird as Crawford fans. And Crawford fans are only fueled by Crawford himself lashing out on Errol Spence, saying he doesn't want to fight. His sister's saying doing the same thing. His trainer doing the same thing. His team doing the same thing. I think that Crawford needs to stop doing that because I don't believe that it's needed in one of these fighters. I think that they both want to fight, but it's the powers that be. Steve Espinoza, Al Heyman, the PBC, and Showtime always need to be held accountable. Okay? Everybody's seen that Espinoza was like, we don't know if this fight is going to sell due to piracy streams. That's ridiculous. Why is it with a black fighter that you don't know if the fight is going to sell? What are you trying to say? Spence versus Porter did $300 pay-per-view buys, and Porter's not that big known of a name, but he's an exciting fighter. That fight did pay-per-view buys and did an amazing live gate and all of that. So why can't Spence and Crawford happen? Why are you willing to give Canelo a $100 million deal to fight, Dave Banditas, Jamal Charlo, a Mexican fighter, right? But you're not willing to give 2 black fighters the money they deserve to fight, all right? I think that PBC and Showtime are possibly out of money because he put all these fights on pay-per-view, like Gervonta Davis versus Rolly Romero, a fight that should not be on pay-per-view. Andy Ruiz versus Ortiz, another fight, and Wilder versus Elenius. I like Wilder, but I don't think the fight should have been on pay-per-view, okay? They just keep putting all these fights on pay-per-view, and then charging you $85 for the fight. Like, it's ridiculous. You could at least charge us $50 or $40 for the fight, like Crawford is doing on Black Prime against Avenue Cian. I'm just disappointed that we're not able to see this fight. Like I said, I don't think that neither fighter is ducking. I'm just saying that Crawford needs to stop making themselves look bad by lashing out Errol Spence because it's not Spence's fault. I think it's suit and ties. They don't want to see black fighters be successful in the sport of boxing. That's why they try to duck Devin Haney multiple times. That's why they try to make Devin Haney submit to the will of Lomachenko and fight Lomachenko, even though Haney has clearly looked skinny at the weigh-in. And you have Paulie Malignaggi, calling him out, saying he's going to go to 140 and duck Lomachenko, even though Lomachenko has held the franchise title in order to duck Devin Haney. It's just a lot of racism against black fighters in the sport of boxing, and people need to understand that, and that's why we need to stick together in boxing, because black people are often the ones that get subjected to the most racism. Like Floyd Mayweather, all right, they say he's boring, he runs too much, but we have a fighter who's exciting, a lot of power shots, like Deontay Wilder, he's a bum. You see how ridiculous it is? It doesn't make sense with these dudes. That being said, though, I just want to see Spence versus Crawford in 2023. Hopefully, it can be early. That's the biggest fight in boxing. It's probably the biggest fight we've seen in the last 10 years. Only fight that could rival this is Wilder versus Fury 3. That's about it. Boxing, has been good this year, but this fight would have been the best fight to cap it off. And I'm disappointed that we didn't get to see it. I really think that Showtime and PBC are holding this fight back. I think that they're not willing to pay the money these fighters deserve. Hopefully, we can see the fight in 2023. But wrapping this up, though, like I said, Crawford needs to stop creating more negative press for this fight and just let things play out. It should play out. I think we will see the fight. I have faith in both of these fighters that they want to fight each other. But this is not seeing the dream. Rocking his head and next head is asleep. I shall another one. Peace.